Here comes the Robo-Ump.
Yep. Listen to this.
I was only vaguely aware of this.
ABS.
Here comes ABS. Evan Drellick used to write here in town.
Yeah, right.
NBC Sports Boston, writes for The Athletic, baseball. Writes that on Thursday, Major League Baseball will employ what it calls the Automated Ball Strike System, or ABS, in a big league spring training game for the first time after 4 years of refinement in the minors. 4 years they've been dicking around with this Fakakta thing.
Yep.
4 years.
Gone back old school now. It takes a long time to make changes.
No, it doesn't. No, it takes 4 years when the thing is all sorts of glitchy and it doesn't work. What takes 4 years to figure out? Something that doesn't work.
Well, they call that beta testing, Mike. You got to give it time to process.
Okay. I was going to say college.
4 years they've been futzing with this thing in the minors. ABS, as you might imagine, relies on cameras to tell an umpire whether a pitch should have been called a ball or a strike. The system, sometimes referred to as the Robo-Ump. Come on, Murray, give me some.
That's a strike.
Thank you.
You got that call wrong, you fat a-hole.
Listen to this. Do you know how it works?
No, please
Listen.
tell me.
The system, sometimes referred to as the Robo-Ump, will not be used on every pitch. Instead, each team will have 2 challenges it can issue per game, and the team does not lose a challenge when it correctly asks for a review. So, in a sense, they're limitless. As long as you keep
getting them right.
If you keep getting it right, you can keep going. You get 2 fails. Otherwise, if you're right, you can just keep. No.
It's like being hot at a blackjack table.
Yeah, pretty much. Keep hitting. Yeah. I find it like you could do it 20 times, at which point they start to say, throw the umpire out of the game because he clearly sucked.
I mean, seriously, can you imagine some of these Angel Hernandez games?
Yeah.
We just, nope, replay, okay, you're right. Nope, okay, replay, you're right. It's just on and on. I continue. Listen to all this. However, Murray, an ABS challenge has to be issued by the pitcher, catcher, or batter immediately after the pitch, with no more than a couple of seconds delay in practice. That whole sentence right there is just rife with finger bangery. With no more than a couple, is a couple 2 or 3 or 4?
Yeah, right.
What's a couple? What's a few? A couple seconds of delay in practice means
in theory.
In theory.
Yeah.
Right.
In theory.
How's that going to go?
So
that's too loose.
The ABS challenge has to be issued by the pitcher, catcher, or batter, only the 3, immediately, with no more than a couple of seconds of delay in practice. It also has to be unaided, meaning players can't get help from their teammates, and they can't check tape, or they can't get help from the bench. Umpires have a discretion not to grant a challenge via the ABS system, and while it was being tested in the minors, there have been occasions in the minors where umps refuse to grant the challenge either because the players took too long or the dugout was believed to be helping.
Right. I was going to say, because that sounds like you have workarounds there, but good on those real umps noticing that someone in the dugout's like...
Well, yeah, exactly. What are we doing, though?
Yeah.
What do we do? How much of this... how much dancing around the rose bush? I don't know what I'm saying there. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
How much futzing around are we going to do? You can challenge it, but it's only you, and you. And you can't get help. It has to be a couple of seconds in practice. That took 3 seconds. No, I'm not going to give it. No, I'm going to give it to you. Like, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Over a centimeter off the edge of the plate. Oh, just stop it. Accept the call and get the ball back to the pitcher and throw the ball. This is supposed to help the pace of these games.
But what if
been vastly improved?
The pitcher, the catcher, or the batter are all out to lunch or hung over that day? You know, I think your teammate is right to be like, you got to pay attention. So good on the ump, also paying attention.
This is another thing he has to keep track of?
Yeah.
The whistling from the dugout, the clearing of the throat, the ball scratch from the third baseman, etc. This is now something else they have to pay attention to?
Yep.
Apparently.
The real ump
this is stupid.
The real ump in conjunction with Robo-Ump, you're getting better calls.
Stupid.
Nope, we're not calling it. We're not implementing the ABS.
Someone banging on a trash can in Houston.
This is just asking for more. This is asking for longer games, more dicking around. All this is asking for, as opposed to the ball was an inch off the plate. He called it a strike. Get in the box, throw the ball back to the pitcher, and let's go. 1 and 2, please. You throw how many pitches in a ball game typically, Mazz?
Call it
150
per team. Yeah.
Yeah, 100. So 300 pitches per game every night times 162. We're gonna let that one go. He missed it. Let's go. No, instead, you get unlimited challenges as long as you're right.
No, free refills.
You get to keep call. Yeah, nope. Want the replay? Nope. I want the replay. Nope. I want the replay. Nope. I want the. As long as you're right, you can keep doing it.
Yeah. Can I get another Coke?
That's the pitcher. That's the batter. That's the catcher. Those three guys. They're not supposed to get any help. Can you imagine all the coughs and whistles and nut scratches and little signals that are going to be thrown?
Challenge.
Yeah.
Challenge it.
Oh, it's just so stupid. Why did it take 4 years in the minors? You know why?
You're working out the kinks.
Because it's not going to work. It's stupid.
So can I tell you this? I saw it a couple of years ago in action. I liked it. I did. I liked it. And you know what? It was fast. They did it really quickly. The batter would say immediately, no, I want to look at that. They put it up on the scoreboard.
Okay.
Just like they do with the tennis.
Yeah.
You know, the ball that's
No,
outside.
I get it. Okay, so here's a whole nother thing.
And it's fast. It's
Okay,
good.
listen.
I liked it.
Okay, it doesn't matter who wins or loses those games in the minor league. So they're just there to showcase themselves and develop, and the win-loss is devalued in minor league baseball. In majors, you only care about the win or the loss. Now some asshat like Tristan Casas is up there in the second inning, and he doesn't like the call on the outside corner. Challenge. You lose it. Now he's 1 and 2, and he's pissed off. High strike. Challenge. You lose, you're out. Now the team has no challenges. Remember, the manager can't call it. The manager can't call it. So the manager is, for all intents and purposes, powerless when it comes to when it's purely at the behest of that a-hole at the plate and that a-hole on the mound and the guy behind the plate.
Correct.
And they could totally foul up that you need to save your challenges for when it matters.
A-holes.
You need to save the challenges for when the game's on the line at the end, but
they're gone.
These guys are so selfish. They're using it on their first at-bat because everyone thinks they're getting screwed by the ref. Everyone. And you're all wrong. Usually the call's right. But these a-holes are just going to burn through it in the early innings because they didn't like how they were getting squeezed by that jamoke behind the plate.
Are you suggesting baseball players don't have the awareness to make that judgment in real time?
This whole thing can kiss my ass. This thing is so stupid. And then there's this as well. If and when the system arrives in the big leagues full time, which would be 2026 at the earliest. So they're trying to
ramp this up, yeah.
Honestly, I think they've taken too long with this. It should be in play already, but go ahead.
If and when the system arrives in the big leagues full time, every inning of baseball on TV could be significantly altered. How, you ask? And before Mazz answers, because he always wants to answer.
I don't know this. Go.
The league fears that the digital box hovering over home plate, showing viewers in approximation of the strike zone, could interfere with ABS's effectiveness.
How?
The K-Zone. ESPN debuted the K-Zone in 2001, and since then it has been mimicked on virtually every baseball telecast, local or national, regardless of network. The league is now considering reducing the box's presence or removing it altogether across all telecasts. You ask why?
Yeah, because it's ABS watching in the back.
No, because it's not
I find this offensive.
I'm guessing it doesn't accurately replicate what the strike zone is.
As I read here, what it sounds like to me is that even though you're not allowed to get help from the dugout, even though you're not allowed to get help from the stands or listen to verbal cues, it's only those three. The people who are watching on TV, it's so obvious with the K-Zone when you miss a strike that they're not going to be able to help it. The whistling, the whatever, the guffawing, the fake sneezes. It's going to be
a strike.
That when you have the K-Zone, it's like
It's
No.
too triggering for
Well,
those that are actually watching. I get what you mean.
The
yeah.
spirit of replay is if it's obviously wrong,
Yeah.
change it. Well, if you got the K box up there and the ball's just off the K box, that's not a blown call. It's just you just missed it.
Right.
But with the K box, everyone in the dugout sees it just outside. of the outside.
Low.
Quote, the strike zone box that we display on broadcasts and our app probably is inconsistent with the way we currently do it with the challenge system, said Morgan Sword, the MLB's executive vice president for baseball operations. You take a lot of the drama and excitement out of it if the fan can see up front that the pitch was a strike. It sort of obviates the need for a challenge. So they also there's also that. The viewer is also going to know the replay decision in advance because they have the K box. Then he says, he or she, Morgan, I don't know. Then there's a secondary issue, which is cheating. She said, there are monitors, big screen televisions all over our ballparks that display the feed of the game. And it wouldn't be that hard if this box was up there for fans or anybody to yell to the players. And that's not what we want either. So you'd have 20,000 massholes at once going, strike!
Yeah.
You know what I
Inside!
Yeah, Felger. I was getting chowder and that pitch was outside.
Inside! Outside! Outside! Yeah, it's just going to be that. You're watching on the screens, and you can hold it in your phone, too. I mean, they show it if you're on, like, ESPN, and you're watching that game cast, it has that little K screen, so someone's down with the outside!
They should get rid of that stupid box on the broadcast. I'm for that.
This whole thing's stupid.
You should know without the effing box whether a pitch is a ball or a strike. You shouldn't need that stupid box to know.
Are missed balls and strikes really a problem?
Sometimes, depending on some of these umps, like an Angel Hernandez type.
And I'm not telling you that the games are
No,
always
they're not
well
perfect.
called.
They're never going to be perfect. Are they a big problem? My answer is no.
I'm wicked high! High! High!
They need more balls in play. So does that mean they need to call a tighter strike zone or a wider strike zone? Someone can tell me that's what they need to do. They need to instruct the umpires that we're going to call fewer strikes or more strikes, whatever that is.
Right. Fewer strikes.
And we're going to try and get more balls in play, and that's what the game needs. I don't care that the umpire occasionally misses the ball on the outside corner. It doesn't even register with me. But this is a crusade that I've been on now for weeks and months, and I keep you people keep getting worse about the refs, so I keep going in the other direction because I just think you're all effed in the head. And this is not a problem. But now we're going to introduce Robo-Ump.
ABS.
Isn't that
trademarked by the auto industry, by the way?
Anti-lock brakes.
Yeah.
So
it's more like IBS.
So this is coming tomorrow. I guess there's a spring training game where they're going to do this.
Yeah. Again, I've seen
Feeling low.
What game is it? On Thursday, we'll employ the ABS for the first time in a spring training game. What game is it going to be?
I thought I heard it was going to be a Blue Jays game, but I might be wrong.
So all I can tell you is like the top 10 dumbest things I've ever heard. But it's just it's something I've also been telling you.
Cubs Dodgers.
This slow creep, this slippery slope of replay and technology. It just keeps getting worse. It's not getting better, and it doesn't work. It doesn't stop you from bitching about refs. In fact, you bitching about refs has never been worse. And it doesn't stop controversies after the game. In fact, I feel the controversies after the games have never been worse, and we've never used more replay. This is going to be the continuing slippery slope, the continuing de-evolution of sports as it comes to technology. This is just the latest incarnation of it.
We're having a ball! Ball! Oh, everyone's having a ball!
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.